Good afternoon. Welcome back to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. Moving on to another prompt for No Joe Pro 2017 November journal prompts. 2017, there wasn't a Nano Jumo this year, so I just created a prompt for each day in November, but I haven't kept up with my November because I'm always in the middle of making my Christmas presents at this time of year, so I can never keep up, but I'm still going to do them. I may not finish in November, that's all. But I've got them all I went through this morning and found my inspiration for each of the prompts, so I'm ready as far as that goes. Now, this yellow's left from my previous one. I'm not going to be using it in this prompt. This prompt is Jump, number 10. And this is from Pixabay. So there's the photo. So I need some blues. I'm going to use cobalt blue, which is a fairly true blue. It's a little bit on the cool side, but not as much as cerulean is. So I am going to use cobalt today. These are M. Graham paints, which are newish to me. I'm just starting to learn how to use them and how they're different from my Shinhan. They are wonderful, full of pigment. They're easy to, for the most part, to glaze with. And I do not need that much. They're very easy to, there we go. Now I need to add more water to that. Now, my journal. Just a piece of deli paper. Okay. So I'm just going to do some very light pencil work. First I'm going to do the sky and the mountains and the trees, and then I'll be adding the parachute at the end on top. So I don't think I have to, well, let me draw this in first. While I'm drawing in the mountains here, I'm going to decide whether I feel like I have to draw the parachute and paint around it or not. That is the question. And I went way too dark with that because that cobalt is not going to hide that line. No way. So I'm just going to go over the line and erase most of it. Sometimes I forget to hold my pencil up so that I don't put down as much lead. This is totally not looking right. I don't want for humps. I just want 3. So let's try this again. Hold it up higher. Okay, there we go. So now I have to hope I haven't ruined my paper with all this erasing. Alrighty, so let's wet the sky here. Where's my paper towel? So I've got it upside down so that I can go along the mountain with my water and down. It's just easier to go along your line with the tip of your brush. I'm going to go back and wet just a little bit more. It's a small area, so it should stay wet enough. You want to try and have it all about the same wetness. So you want to make sure it's well saturated. If you're doing wet on wet, that is. I always like to do my skies wet on wet. Just pulling out a little bit of, strands of white here so that it's not a perfectly clear blue sky. Add a little interest. Obviously the sky is not the focal point, but Lena? No worries, whatever. Hi, Dr. Dot. Oh, yay, Dot. Chicken casserole in the slow cooker. Yum. I almost always like how my skies turn out. I seem to be pretty good at doing my skies. Alright, so now I have to decide, before I do the mountains, I have to decide whether I want to, Oh, speaking of coffee, I didn't drink my coffee. I have to keep drinking my coffee. Need to mix it up because it's a cappuccino that I made. That's so good. Mills Brothers French vanilla cappuccino, yet mixed. It's like a powder mix. Yum. Okay. So now I have to decide whether I'm going to draw in and save my, it's green, and I'm going to be doing, yeah, so it's not going to, yeah, I may have to draw in and paint around my, no, I don't have to with the parachuter because he's black. He's in dark silhouette. But not all of the parachute is in silhouette. So, alright, so I'm going to paint around it when I'm doing the shadows of the mountains. So it's snow-capped mountains. So I need to add just a little wee bit. I'm using my cobalt, but I need to add a little wee bit of orange to it. So it darkens it just a little bit. So it's the same color as I used for the sky, but with a little bit of orange in it. This is Azo orange mixed in with my cobalt. I have no idea how much it's going to take, so I'm going to put it out here. And then just add a little bit at a time. And that's actually about it. So that's all I'm going to need. Okay. So, the shadows, and that's way too much. So that orange is very, very strong because I did not add much. I have to go back and put more cobalt in there. See, and that's why I'm using these, I haven't done these mixes before, so that's why I'm using them for these prompts in this journal, so that I can figure out how much do I need? How strong is the azo orange? Very strong. I think I still need a little bit more cobalt blue in there. Okay, I think I'm gonna go along and do my bottom here along the trees. Okay, I'm going to move to my smaller brush here for softening. Yes, I am. I am doing the parachutist, yes. I need to add a little more water into that. It's a little strong. So I'm going back in with water, damp brush though, not wet, to control the fade a little bit there in the shadows. I need to use this smaller brush for some of these. want to use that because I'll mess it up. Oh, you know what? That is my small one. Oh, okay, that is my small one. Well, actually, maybe I want my even smaller one. Maybe I'm going to have all three going here. Sorry, don't talk much when I'm watercoloring because you kind of have to move with the wet paper or you'll lose your flow. Put the pigment down, wet your brush, and then move it around. Alright, going back to my smaller brush here. Thanks, Toll. Yeah, I don't think of this as a tutorial. I'm not teaching people how to do it. Because I'm learning. So if I had done it before and knew that what I was doing was going to work, then it wouldn't be a big deal. I could, you know, be more of a tutorial, but this is me playing and learning. will be a teachable moment when something goes wrong. Because it often does. Oops, almost dropped my brush. Not looking too bad. Of course, watercolor always looks better from afar. All right, now there's another shape. All right, there's a, yeah, right in here. Okay. I'm not trying to do it exactly. It is a reference photo, but I'm getting my shapes from the photo, obviously. Doesn't mean every stroke is going to be there. It's essence of snow on the mountains, basically, is what I'm trying to do. Try and hide this line that I ended up with here. So I'll try and do that a little bit by, it's gonna show because it's watercolor, but I might be able to blend it out a little bit. Or at least get some brush strokes in there to distract from it, one or the other. I shouldn't have done the trees. See, that was learning. I shouldn't have done the trees all the way along. I should have left these ones until I was ready to work on this side of the mountain. But hey, that's, once again, learning. A teachable moment. And that looks funny right now, but it will make sense once I get the parachuter in there. So I think that's what I'm going to leave for the mountains. I maybe need to reshape this a little bit here. I think that's good. I think I'm going to leave that for the mountains. Not bad, not too bad. Thanks, Tool. Thanks, Star. All right, this will make sense once I paint the parachute in. So I think I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to do my tree line. So for the trees, I'm going to use sap green with some red in it to darken it down. And I'll do a wash and then some details. Add in some shadows and stuff like that, so. So let's mix my green here. So I'm taking the sap green. Well, I need water. I'm just taking some of the more of the green out of my brush before I rinse it in my water to get it clear. And then I want to get it to a point, so I'm twirling it, and I'm going to wet again and twirl. I gotta lift my book a little here so I can see where I'm wetting by seeing the glare. I always like to do my first wash in wet on wet. And then the details go wet on dry. So this is just the sap green so that I can have some highlights, and I will add the red when I go in with my details. Didn't have enough on my brush back here, so I'm going to go in with some more. Go along the bottom so that doesn't backwash on me. Thanks, Helen. Can't remember if I said thank you to you or not yet. I did to Dar, I think. Sometimes I get a little too obsessed with the details, but I'm in no stretch a loose painter. I've watched a lot of artists who do, you know, I guess what people may normally think of watercolor as, you know, the loosey-goosey painting, you know, completely essence of, but that's not me. I like to be a little bit more realistic. I'm not good enough to be photorealistic, but I do like to get a little more realism than loosey-goosey. But I can learn a lot still by watching Loosey Goosey people. And I do watch them. Oh, Carol's here. She's in the background. Hope you're feeling better, Carol. Oh, and I didn't see Kathy come in. Hello, hello. Oh, and I didn't even say hello to Lori or Mindy. Oh, I apologize. I didn't even say my hellos. Everybody must be working on their art or sleeping away. Oh, Kathy. Kathy. We're doing the stream-a-thon. Are you going to be home on New Year's Eve? You should stream. All right, so now I'm going to take my green and I'm going to add red, which is its complement, in order to darken it up. Would help if I added water to my pan there, to my well, I should say. All right. I'm going to go in with my fine brush here, my 000. May need a little bit more. Oh no, there we go. Actually, I think I need to do, I think this is not dark enough, so I think I need to do a wash with this darker color. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I needed the red in with my base color, so if you're not sure, you're better off leaving it all out at first, because you can always go darker, but it's harder to go lighter, so. But that's much better. And then I can add a little bit more red and go darker yet with my, because the trees are almost in silhouette, so. Ah, I see, Carol. Okay, well, check it out, Cass and Kathy and Carol both. Check out what you're doing. We're starting like Dee Dee's on at 8:45 to 10:45 on the 31st in the morning, because that's when it's that's when New Year's is over in Australia. So Dee Dee's doing her normal kind of, well, a little earlier than her usual. Well, so we'll see. But anyway, it's on my blog, ladies, Kathy and Carol. Check it out. It would be nice if you could join us. And you don't have to do a giveaway or anything like that. You can just stream a normal stream or do a project where people can art along with you or color along with you or something like that. I'm not positive what I'm going to do every time I've streamed so far I have done like a calendar, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do this time. So let me know. It's on my blog. I want it to get started 7 weeks ahead so that people could plan. They would know it was going on, and if they didn't want to go out in the real big bad world, they would know they could stay home, that something was going to happen. There'd be something to watch. So I'm going to add a little more red to that. And make it even a little bit darker. And I'm going to dry that. Heat gun. This actually is going to be a good color. I'm going to go in right now. This will be a good base color for my parachute. So I'm going to go in and do the parachute as well. That's the base color. To have a little more green. On the other layers, but all right, let's see what we've got here. think I'm going to make Swedish meatballs tonight for supper. That's what I want to eat. Got a great recipe for in my Instapot. So they'll be ready in like 15 minutes. Well, 20 minutes by the time you get it. Okay, so I sort of lied earlier when I said I am doing essence of trees here. I'm not going to sit. And the mountains and the parachutist are the focal point. So I just want people to know that this is a line of trees. I'm going to go back and do one more layer of dark on one side so that the trees do stand out or shaded a little bit, but this is just my first to show the evergreen. Hey Lulu, long time no see. Cher, right, Cher, that's who you are. Wow, long time no see, I think. Welcome, welcome. I am watercoloring. The prompt is jump. This is my reference photo. Thanks. Since I didn't stream yesterday during my normal time for a couple of different reasons, I thought since Barb wasn't streaming, I would come on and do at least a couple of pages. So looks like I'm going to get 2 done today, so that's good. And then I need to get back to my after supper. I need to get back to my Christmas presents. I'm doing video dubbing, and hopefully we'll have home movies for everyone for Christmas. So that's the plan anyway. I'm gonna have to mix a little more green. It's okay. Just just enough to... I'm going to turn the red and green into the black for the parachutists, so... Alright, I'm going to let that dry, and I need some more green, so let's mix this. I need to do another layer of green on that parachute because it turned out a little bit too brown because I watered it down and it was a little too brown. It doesn't look as brown on the trees because they already had green underneath them. So I'm going to take some... Ooh. And I took way too much, so I'm going to stick that back in there. Can use it for my mix. But first... My dirty water's really dirty. But I have managed to keep my clean water clean, so that's good. Oh. Need my smaller brush here. There. I want it to be a little more green. That's better. And obviously that's still a glazing layer. I still have to add the shading and all that stuff, but that will do the trick to turn it a little more green. It is like an olivey green, but I want it more green than brown, so there we go. There. Alright, that takes the green back into it. Alright, let's heat gun these trees and do my last shading dark layer here. All right, so let's pick up this green that I left there. And I want it to be a fairly thick mix. I'm going to leave this for the black that I need to make for my parachutist. So I'll leave that. So I'm going to add some red here. And of course I added way too much. So, need to go back and add some green till I get a nice dark green that's still too brown. Boy, I knew I added a little too much. I'm going to have to start using an even smaller brush when I'm mixing because there we go. That's going to give me a nice dark green. And I'm going to use my 000 brush. I know, Dr. Dot. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you. Mitzi. Oh my gosh, Mitzi. How are you? I'm doing a watercolor. How are you doing? Are you home, Mitzi? Are you home? Oh my goodness. Nice to see you. I've been thinking about you. since your last tweets and hoping you were okay. Oh, you are? Oh, good. Everything is, yeah, busy month, eh? Mitzi, you may not recognize a lot of the names in chat. We've got a lot of newbies over the last couple of years. Mitzi's one of the almost original group of us who found Dee Dee and Paula like 7 years ago. Nice to see you. I'm so sad to hear of your health issues and glad you're home and hope you're healing. You have no idea? Yeah, I know, eh? It's like, I'm glad you did too, Dot. I am glad you found us too, Dr. Dot. Because you are a hoot. Even though you do like to abuse me with your copper stick. It's alright. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oops, sorry. I should remember to turn off my mail so you guys, I can always mute my computer. There you go. And then you won't hear my mail boing in. this guy really tall. Here we go. So the last year or so, Mitzi, I've been doing a lot of watercoloring, teaching myself and learning through YouTubes and Artist Network TV videos. Joined them for a while so I could watch some of those videos. And oh gosh, my tummy's growling, so I guess this will be my, I hoped to get 3 done, but this is going to have to be my last one. So what I will do is I'll take this green mixture and I will add a little cobalt blue to it, and it should give me a nice black for my parachutist and for the tether lines. So let's see if that does work. So take a little bit of cobalt blue because I've got green, I've got, which is blue and yellow, right? Green is blue and yellow, and I've got some red. So I should be able to add some blue here and get a black. We'll see. Oh yeah, Caranellas, eh? Yeah. Galena said she was going to try, Dot. Galena said she was going to try to stream in Angie's place tonight. I'm just freehanding this. Good way to ruin my page, huh? Yeah, well, Like I said, I don't do people very well. All right, I think I'm going to try and use a rigger for these streams. This will be the first time ever for using a rigger, and I'm probably going to regret it, but just a minute. I have a really small, I think I have one smaller than this. There it is. I don't know which one's smaller. My 000 might actually be smaller. No, this has a good tip. Once it's wet, this one has a good tip. All right. So, let's see if I know how to use a rigger. Although Delina may have fallen asleep. She is here still in chat, I think. Oh no, she's not. So she may have oh, hi Misha. Didn't see you come in. I should have taken some of the paint off before that first stroke. It's a little too dark, but oh well. We're going to pretend there's a nice field in behind all these trees for him to land on. All right, so now I just need to do a little bit of detail on the all right, so I need to add a little wee bit of red into this. Not a lot. That's probably enough. Actually, I think I'm going to add a little yellow too, to turn it into like a bit of a khaki color. Totally put it in the wrong color. I'm glad I noticed before I ended up putting blue on it. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Oh yeah, my tummy's hungry. I am going to definitely have to feed it. My poor guy looks pretty sad, but anyway, it's all right. It's all good, all good. There we go. Jump. Prompt number 10. If you watched on YouTube recording, thank you so much. And if you were here live, Thank you so much. And I will see you this evening if Galina is able to stream. Thanks everyone for coming and keeping me company. Thanks, Kimberly.